our guy, Erik Erlendsson, lightninginsider.com. What's going on, buddy?
Sorry, brother.
No, you're good, man. We understand a lot of things going on because we got Ryan Pepio joining us at 1:30 today. Real quick, before we get into the Lightning, Larry Brooks just said something about Jon Cooper and the possibility of him going to coach in Utah. This is catching a little bit of steam. I kind of shot it down a little bit earlier, but your thoughts on Jon Cooper and his future here in Tampa Bay?
Well, the report didn't say coach, right? It just said take over operations. So it's kind of vague, right? Like if it's in a front office position, like whatever it is. I did see the tweets, and Larry's been around for a long time. He knows a lot of people. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, the NHL lifespan of a head coach is well beyond or well under what Jon Cooper has spent here, right? And the success speaks for itself. I don't know. I mean, he's won a couple of cups. He's, is he thinking it's time for him to move on? I mean, it's certainly possible. But let's just let things play out, right? Like there's still hockey to be played. There's still a game tonight. You worry about what might happen in the offseason when the offseason gets here. Like maybe that's tomorrow. Maybe that's next week. Who knows? But, again, 13 years Cooper's been here? It's a long time for an NHL head coach.
What about the family? Because that's what I look at. Like, that's my initial reaction is he's got 3 kids, teenagers. They love it here. They got carte blanche to do whatever they want. I feel like if this move is made, it's made in like 3 or 4 years. I get what you're saying about the shelf life, but I feel like it's, maybe you wait until the kids go to college to do that kind of thing. It's tough to think you would leave as the coach of these guys, man, right?
Yeah, but we don't live in that world. It's a little bit different.
Right.
But I think some guys wonder what's the next challenge? Right. When does it come and what's it going to be like? And I'm not saying he's there, but it's something that people in his position think about. Mm-hmm. And the opportunity, if it's there, like sometimes, like if you say, yeah, we should wait 3 or 4 years until we make a move. But what if this move that he wants isn't there? Right. Like if the opportunity's there and it's what he wants to do you have to seize it when it's there? Right. It's not like, hey, I could just get another newspaper job in some other city and let's go. Mm-hmm. Right. Like it's a little different situation. There's only so many jobs. Again, if it's a head coaching position. So, I mean, what you say makes certain logical sense. But it's we live in a different world than those who are at the very high levels of professional sports and coaching and management. So we'll see.
I'm staying on the positive train. I don't think Coop's going anywhere. I think he's staying here for at least the next couple of years. Selfishly. All right, Double E, what do the Lightning have to do in this Game 5 tonight to be able to bring this game or bring this series to a Game 6 down in Sunrise? What are you keeping an eye on tonight?
For the love of Christmas, can they score first? Can they put the first goal in? I mean, they've allowed the first goal in all 4 games in this series. You've been chasing from the start, and it's hard to chase. They caught him, obviously, twice. Couldn't hold on in Game 4, but they caught him and actually got the win in Game 3. And can we do something on the power play? Like, I know we expected to score, and especially given the 5-minute opportunity they had in game number 4, you feel like you need to score. But can we build some momentum off of it? Can we feel good about what the power play is doing? Like it's a momentum-sucking situation right now that is just killing them. And I know, like, there was a 5 minutes early in, and it took Florida 10 minutes to find that tying goal. But, you score a goal there, like, I think it takes the life out of Florida.
Right. I think it's over.
I think that takes the wind, and you've got this series tied 2-2. You couldn't get that needed goal. So I mean, that's for me. Get on the board first. Let's see what's playing from ahead like from the start, and just build some momentum with the power play. I didn't think we'd ever sit here and say this for a power play that finished 5th in the regular season. Now, Florida kills penalties unlike any other team in the league. They are a unique animal in their approach. Most teams do not want to be as aggressive against the puck as the Florida Panthers are. So it's hard to replicate that in a practice, right? Like to understand the type of pressure that's coming at you. And they just haven't looked comfortable in handling the pressure. The quick decisions are not the right decisions, and pucks are getting cleared. But for the love of Christmas, build some momentum off of it.
Who has to step up? Give me a player.
I mean, it's got to be 86, right? Mm-hmm. Like when they won, he was a factor, right? He hasn't been much of a factor in the 3 games that they've lost. I think he needs to be a shooting threat, especially in the power play, because if he's going to be a threat to shoot, and we know he can shoot, then that opens up the rest of the power play. You know, the other problem with that is they have a hard time getting set up. But at this point, you know, just start firing pucks in net. Nikita Kucherov can fire off a one-timer. He's got a great wrist shot, right? Like, just start firing pucks in net and make Florida think about something. And I think if Kucherov can be the guy that makes him think about what he could do, then that's going to open up, I think, things for other players and open up some ice for guys like Gensel and Point.
Why do you think they called up Max Crozier?
That is an excellent question.
Any concern about Hetty?
No.
No. I mean, even playing tonight?
No, he'll play. I'd be surprised if he doesn't play, especially based on what Coop said this morning.
Yeah, I think you needed to work on the power play, and I think, you know, you worked on it before the practice today. You worked on it before the practice today, and he wasn't out there. It's you know, I understand. No, yeah, I get that. But what I'm saying is gamesmanship. You know, what do you really gain from that? Like, because they think he's going to play. I don't. That's why I think, like, I don't think gamesmanship makes sense in that situation. You got to work on it. Like, you didn't practice yesterday, and he's a guy that needs to get better at it. So you obviously thought that the rest for him was more important than working on one of the things that is the reason why you're not winning this series. So yeah, I just thought that was an interesting decision.
He talked to us after the game,
right,
on Monday. So I think he's probably going to be fine. We'll have to see. As far as Crozier goes, I mean, I'm not 100% convinced that he's not going to play.
I totally agree with you.
I know what Coop said, but if you're calling him up and not playing him, why are you calling him up?
Right.
Syracuse has a very important game tomorrow night. They're down 2-0 in a best-of-5 series against Rochester. Mm-hmm. You know, they're at home tomorrow night, and it's certainly conceivable that you could send him back and he could play that game if he doesn't play tonight. But why are you calling him up? Right? Like, and he was on the ice late. You know, he wasn't as late as Cam Atkinson, who we know won't play tonight. But I find it hard to believe that you're going to call up a guy like Crozier, who we've been very impressed with every time he's come up, and not play him.
11-7 then tonight, E?
Oh, for sure, especially with no Hagel. For sure, they're 11. I don't see any reason, because if you're going 12-6, nobody geeky goes in. For defensemen?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, Crozier's a righty. So, you know, look, if Hetty can't go, and maybe that's part of this, maybe he is a little banged up and everything else. So if that's the case, then Moser can shift to the right, and you have Crozier as a righty, or Moser can go back to lefty. He can come in as a righty, you know, and then there's your 7, right? So if it's a Hetty situation, but if it's not, and maybe he is, maybe we take Coop at his word and Crozier's here just as insurance. It's a possibility too. But again, I find it hard to think that Crozier doesn't play if he's here. He wasn't talking like he was a guy who knew he was playing this morning when he spoke. Right. You know, but I mean, he'd have to look at the other righties, right? Perbix or Radish.
Erik _Erlendsson, K out of C2S is after the D. LightningInsider.com. Use that promo code JNZ. Get $10 off, not just this season, but every recurring one after that. E, appreciate you, brother. I'll see you later on tonight.
All right. Sounds good. Thanks, Jay.